You know I love a good whiteboard, so I made you a beautiful whiteboard today. I want to talk to you about manifestation, which I know is a mouthful and not everyone uses that in their vocabulary. Obviously, in the work that I've been doing, it becomes a really normal word for me to use. Oh, you manifested that, or don't manifest that, or what a manifestation. It just becomes so common, but I recognize that most of you aren't using that in your day-to-day life, which is fine. I mean, whatever you want to use to describe what you're doing with your life and what is coming of that works for you, works for me, right? So I want to talk about manifestation in the way of how do you actually create the results in your life that you want. And it all comes down to one thing. Easy peasy. One thing, and that is focus. Focus. Focus is everything. If you're focused on something, it's going to move. It's going to make progress. Something is going to happen in that area. Whether you focus on something really great and you're making progress at that area, or maybe your focus is on some things that are not so great. And so maybe you start noticing the other things that are not so great. And then it just kind of dog piles into this like whole mess. And then you're confused and you're frustrated and you're, down and out because that's where your focus has been. But when you have your focus on something you actually want to do or want more of in your life, you're going to see more of that because that's where your focus is. That's where you've been trained. And so I like to think of it in the analogy of like when you're moving, when you're making progress, maybe you're using a GPS to get you somewhere. You have to not only look in the area that you want and know where you're going, but you also have to actually move towards it. If you were just like looking at your destination all day long, but you didn't actually take a step forward, you're never going to get there. And so focus is your attention on what it is that you want, plus the action that's going to take you there. It can't be one or the other, because you could take action to go somewhere, but if you actually don't know where you are going, you don't have any attention to where you want to be, then you're just moving. You're just being busy to be busy, right? And the vice versa is true. If you're only focusing on your destination, but then you're walking wherever you feel like walking, but not actually towards it, you're not going to get there. So you need both. You need to have that attention, and you need to be able to take action. And so what Talos and Melanie and I have been working on these last few months is this roadmap to make it really easy for you to make sure that you're focused every single day, all day long. How can we improve your focus so that you are able to manifest exactly what you want? Manifest exactly what you're focused on. It's easy to be focused, right after a really inspirational TED Talk or when you read a really good book, but how long does that last? And how do we keep that momentum going? It's about keeping that vibration high and keep going and not letting other things come into your life to distract you. So let's take a look at the roadmap. So we've got kind of three big areas here that we want to touch on in these 90 days. Our program is going to take you through an accelerated challenge environment to actually focus on what you want and manifest things that you would want maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, in 90 days. Just really focusing in on your goals and making it happen. So the three big areas are life purpose. What are you here for? What you even doing with your life? And goals. Goals are taking what your life purpose is and making them into projects. Making them into something that you can actually get done. What are you actually going to achieve? Those kinds of goals. And then, of course, you break down your goals into daily habits, because what you do every single day is what you're going to get you the results that you want, which is, what you truly desire in your life purpose. Okay, so these are those three big areas that we want to always keep focus on. What is our life purpose? Why are we even here? That's pretty esoteric, but also super, super important, because it totally is the GPS of your life of what is the destination? What's that ultimate destination? Maybe you have a few road stops along the way, your goals, your milestones, But your life purpose is that ultimate destination. And then, of course, getting there, each leg of that trip is going to be your daily habits. What are you doing every single day? What is on your agenda? What is on your to-do list? What is actually in your schedule to make these things a reality? So within that, we have discovered and we have studied ourselves as well as participants in the original 90-day challenge that we did a few months ago to discover what is it that really helps us with our intention and what helps us with our action. And so let's break this down. Life purpose. It's this big high in the sky, like what are we even here for? What's the meaning of life? What is our purpose? That is where a lot of our attention needs to be. What is it that we really want in our life? What is a burning desire that we have? Not what other people may want in our life, what our parents think, what our family thinks, what our spouse wants, what our business, says, the company we're working for. Not what they want, but what do we want to do with our life in this world? What is that burning desire? And if you're not sure what this is, we'll help you uncover it. That is a whole week that we focus on what is this life purpose, what is our burning desire, and then having the confidence that we can have that desire. And that's huge. That's a lot to impact, I know, but you have to believe that you can have that in order to actually take action on it. Because if you're not believing and you're not having that confidence in yourself to become that, to do that, to have that, whatever that desire is, you're not actually going to have, the drive to do any of these things. You're going to self-sabotage because you don't actually have that confidence. Okay? And the last thing is affirmations. And that really helps with the confidence as well as the reminder of your desires and your life purpose. It's easy to forget. It's easy to be going around your day and the end of the day comes and you are just depleted. You put a lot of energy into things and you are about to make a decision on what you're going to do right before you go to bed, and you might waver. You might forget, I'm supposed to be focusing on this. I'm supposed to have my attention on why I'm going to be able to get that. And affirmations really help with that. And that seems like a little bit of a woo-woo thing, I am awesome, I am strong. I'm thinking of baby Jessica on her bathroom counter, doing her daily morning affirmations. But for reals, though, it works. Try it. It's awesome. It's really important. But we have to craft those. What are the affirmations that are going to make the difference for our lives? What is one person's affirmation may not be very effective for another person's because it has to fulfill the confidence that we need to get the desires that we want. Very personalized, very custom. And it's very important for us to get to that. And in this 90-day challenge, luckily we have some really incredible coaches that can walk us through that and crafting that for ourselves and really diving deep into our existence and why we want to be here and what we want to achieve. So then when we get to the goals, we're going to start taking action on all of these things that we want in our life. What are the things that are coming out of that? What are the smaller milestones that is going to help us fulfill our life purpose? And a key thing here is that your life purpose is never going to be like this finish line. You're never going to just hit a accomplishment and be done with your life purpose. Your life purpose is always ongoing. You're always developing yourself. So when it comes to your goals, and we're breaking them apart, you want to go back to reminding yourself of what they are. Because again, it's so easy to forget. I could just get the things done that I want to get done today, and then when I hit the end of that, what happens? Well, I better look back at what my goals are and figure out what I need to do next. Otherwise, I might just end up on the couch. And that happens to so many people. They just hit this roadblock at the end of their day. Part of their daily habits, we'll get there in a moment, is just like getting to the fact that they've forgotten what they're here for. They've forgotten what their goals are. And what are they doing right now? What are you doing in this moment to actually get the goal achieved, to actually fulfill on your life purpose? So Some tools that we love is a vision board. It doesn't have to be a vision board like we have, like with printed pictures on a wall. That's what I like doing. It could be, I actually have one on the back of my phone screen. I can have my vision there. But these are visual cues. You want to remind yourself visually. You want to be able to be in an environment and see things of what it is that you're striving for, both your goals and your life purpose. So that is what a good vision board or a vision background or whatever it is, the visual cues in your life that's going to remind you of what you're doing. And then you want to make sure that you get a mentor. Mentorship is so critical. This can actually be a real relationship, or it could just be you talking to somebody in your head. And that's a real thing that people do and do incredible things. You can have, like if you want to be in a place where Oprah maybe has succeeded in, you can have conversations with her, and studying her work and studying her materials, you can know what she might say to you when you present to her questions. And so having that kind of mentorship and having someone guide you along, because they've done this before. It's easy to them because they did it. They know how to fulfill on their life purpose. They got these goals achieved before. And so why try to figure this out all on your own? Don't do it by yourself. Get a mentor. And you can absolutely get a real mentor. I have several coaches that I pay money for to help me get to the goals that I want to achieve. So make sure that you have someone, a teacher, a guide, an instruction manual for how to achieve this goal. Don't try to figure it out on your own. That's a waste of time. It's going to take you forever to get to that goal. Get a mentor. And on that equal standing, also get yourself a mastermind. Have accountability. Use other people. Other people might be trying to get the same goal. Well, what if you guys all got together and worked on it together? You're probably going to make those results happen a lot quicker. And what if you shared what your goals were? Even if the mastermind people didn't have the exact same goal, they can support you. And I do this all the time. I have several masterminds that I engage in each week to make sure that I'm hitting each goal. And I use those masterminds very specifically on what I'm trying to achieve. I have a mastermind for my health that I bring all of my health issues on that mastermind so that I can get the results I need there. Then I have a mastermind for my personal life, my personal development, and my career. That is useful there. And then I also have one for my business. I have somebody I go to and some people that I trust that I can share my business goals with and create that mastermind effect. Then the last thing we want to look at is our daily habits. What are we doing every single day to make these goals happen and will drive our life purpose? And this is key here because a lot of people will have goals and be like, well, this week I'm going to work on this goal, but they don't actually craft what their day will look like. You could be working on your goals and your life purpose all the time. And you're like, well, that's not balanced. Untrue. If you have a life purpose that involves being with your family and having, that kind of self-care in your life, that is part of your life purpose. What daily habits do you have to make sure that you're spending time with the loved ones that you want to spend time with? What daily habits do you have that will actually fulfill you on the connections that you want to make in your life? Your daily habits are just as much about your goals and your life purpose in your personal life as they are in your professional life. And so when people talk about, always going hard and the grind and just like hustle, 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 you can hustle on really nourishing things for yourself and for others and for your family. That happens too. Don't just focus on one area of life. Look at all of the areas of your life and create daily habits around them. A good thing to do every single day is gratitude. Gratitude is going to help you with that attention. It's going to make you thankful for the good things that are happening in your life to keep your attention on those good things so that you can keep finding those good things, so that you can keep bringing those good things into your life and looking for ways that you can have more of those things. So gratitude every single day, a reminder of the positive life that you want and you want to bring into your life more. Meditation. And this is a little woo-woo. Some people call it prayer. Some people call it meditation. Whatever it is to you, connecting with the universe, quiet time, breath work, whatever it is, remember that you need to bring yourself back into yourself to remind yourself of all of these things and where you're going and just being. And whatever that looks like to you, it could be using a mantra and just clearing your mind so that you're able to focus even stronger after the meditative practice. Or it is simply asking for guidance, connecting with the universe, asking questions, and getting that intuition response for what actually needs to happen. So meditation is key, whatever that looks like to you, whatever you want to call it. Movement, actually taking steps forward. And we also use this in terms of like getting your body to physically move. You need to get your body moving. You can't just be sitting at your desk doing everything all day or just not like engaging with your body and taking care of it. And so movement is a key area, and we want to make sure that you're taking care of your body as well. Giving is so good. If you expect to receive all of your accomplishments and fulfill on your life purpose and receive things, you must give as well. It's part of the flow of the world, is being able to receive things and give them, and it's this beautiful cycle. And we dive really deeply into how this shifts your consciousness and how it shifts your attention and helps you to take action in a more loving, positive manner, because we're doing it as a gift. We're not expecting anything back, but we know that that's how things flow. And lastly, this is probably the hardest part. Our daily habit of decisions. The decisions that we make on what we do or how we are. Every single day you are hit with hundreds of thousands of decisions, and getting into the daily habit of making those decisions, not procrastinating on them, making them informed based on all of the things we have discussed here, so that we're actually moving forward and taking action and getting what we want. It all comes down to the decisions that we're making on a daily basis. And each of these three things all drive our vibration and our intuition. And this is kind of gets into the woo-woo territory that some people are uncomfortable with, but these are the key areas for your manifesting. You want to make sure that you're in that high vibration, and so that you feel confident, that you know what your goals are, that you have the daily habits in place, so that when you get this thought in your head, this great, amazing idea for how you can achieve more in your life and fulfill on your purpose a lot more, you can trust that intuition. There's so many people who get ideas and things and just think they're trash or just think that they're not good enough. But if you are feeding your brain like the positive mindset and really focused on the attention that you need to be in, that intuition is going to be impeccable. And you will be able to trust that and know that it came from that higher source, from that universe, from God, from you. Whatever it is that resonates with you, making sure that you're always in a positive state for that key intuition that's going to change your life and make it super amazing. So that's the whole roadmap. That's a lot to digest, but it's a 90-day program, and so we break these down a lot easier, go deeper into them, make this a lot manageable, absolutely. And we are so excited. The 90-day challenge kicks off on Sunday, July 12th. We're so excited. You can sign up today at masterfulmanifestors.com/challenge, and we would love to see you there, because we are going to give you that mastermind. We are going to help you with mentorship. We're going to teach you about each of these areas of attention, and we can actually work with you on these different actions to help you really fulfill on your daily habits, your goals, and your life purpose to manifest the life that you want. We can come alongside you. We have 3 incredible coaches and an incredible mastermind of wonderful people who have done this before as well as new people who have never done the challenge before. We're all in this together, and we're going to do it together. So if you have any questions, comment below, and I hope to see you on Sunday.